This is Dan Dix here, reporting for Press for Truth, coming at you here from beautiful Acapulco, Mexico, and I'm currently joined by the one and only Benny Wills of the Joy Camp. Now, Benny, you have some new things going on with the Joy Camp. You got some updates, and I want to get into the importance of comedy in the movement. But before we get into that, maybe we could talk about some of the new developments you have with Joy Camp. What's some of the latest?
Sure. Well, basically, I left Los Angeles, so that sort of threw a fork into, or a wrench into the plans for Joy Camp as a group. But we're still making videos when we can as a team. But I've really been stepping into my own path the last couple of years as I get invited to more and more conferences and events. Yeah, I've been really just stepping into my own personal voice and performance style. And yeah, so we have a podcast now, which is going pretty well. And yeah, I'm going to be the MC at the Red Pill Expo in June, and performing all over the place. And it's just really, it's cool to be that guy at these events, this guy who gets to do comedy and poetry on stage and use all the stage skills that I learned for 20 years of my life and be able to present them in a way that's artistic and creative, because I think creativity is one of our greatest tools. And yeah, so you can go to our new website. It's called joycampwebsite.com. You'll see a lot of my work and Joy Camp's work and the podcast. We have some merchandise finally. But yeah, it's just really exciting. It's a new chapter for Joy Camp, and I'm really excited about it.
Now, obviously there's a need for comedy in this movement because there's a lot of terrible things that happen, and there's a lot of crazy things we cover. I mean, you just left the cesspool of debauchery and wickedness down in LA. I mean, there's all kinds of crazy stuff going on down there. So can you tell us about why you decided to bring the element of comedy into this movement? Because this is difficult stuff that people deal with, but you decided to take the comedic route.
Yeah, well, to be honest, it was sort of an accident. I mean, I started listening to people like David Icke back in 2004 or 5, and he kept saying, you have to participate, do something. And so I was taking that to heart and thinking, yes, I have to participate. So I was going to like 9/11 meetups and rallies and protests and, you know, feeling like it really wasn't me. It was important, but it wasn't, I felt like I could do something that was more my style, but I didn't know what that was. And meanwhile, I was pursuing this acting career. And then Kevin, who I started Joy Camp with, and we were roommates, and we would always be able to laugh at everything we were learning, no matter how horrendous or shocking it was. So we had a really healthy sense of humor about it. We would be able to decompress, as it were. And so we made one video back in 2012 for fun called Conspiracy Theorist PSA. And it was a way for us to just let off some steam and make a joke out of it all. And as we were editing it and we were watching the final draft, we thought, wow, this is actually really good, because it was all these skills that we had been sharpening over the years put into a video, and we thought, oh my gosh, this could be our contribution, because there's a serious lack of humor in the truth movement. So we decided to really, really lean into it, and we created 6 videos to start our launch for the channel, and the rest is history. I mean, it literally changed my life, and just deciding to step onto that path and also to do it in a way that was unique and, you know, that didn't have to be defined by anybody else has led me to places like this and conversations with you, and it's just awesome.
Well, it seems that it's providing a healthy balance, you know, for people out there. What can you say to speak to that? The necessity to maintain a positive outlook when looking into these things.
Well, if you don't have a sense of hope, then it's hopeless. I mean, there has to be, you know, I was just talking to Gio Griffin about this last night. What keeps me going is I've been lucky enough to travel all over the world, and everywhere I go, I meet people, and the people are always kind. Everywhere. People are not mean. I see people who are maybe insecure or they're hesitant to open up, but everyone is nice and ready to be nicer. So it's that human spirit. We have to remember that people are just people, and the psychopaths and the people who want to do evil and control people, they are this much of the population, but they rise to power and positions of control because who else would want the job? Those are the only people who would want the job of being dominant over people. So it makes it seem like evil is much more prevalent than it actually is. So it's the human spirit that makes me keep doing what I'm doing. And every time I get a message from somebody, or somebody comes up to me at a conference and thanks me, or someone says, you helped me through suicidal thoughts with your videos. I mean, that's validation. So we have to maintain positivity, or else it's hopeless. And the world is beautiful, and people are beautiful, and there's no reason to be that fearful of some ultimate destruction, because I think we will win.
Yeah, very, very well said. I mean, I think it's incredibly important to maintain that, bring that balance in, and I really appreciate that that's what you're bringing to the table. So let everybody know where they can follow you, because I know you got exciting things coming up. Red Pill Expo, you're traveling all over the world giving these talks.
Yes.
What are the links?
Okay, joycampwebsite.com. You can find me at joycamp_IG. That's Joycamp Instagram, Joycamp on Twitter, Joycamp on Facebook. We're also on DTube, Steemit, BitChute, Minds.com. We're all over the place. You can hear me, see me at the AV10 conference in England in May. I'll be the MC of the Red Pill Expo in June. I'm going to be speaking at Anarchazona, apparently, at the end of March. I'm all over the place. You can connect with me very easily. Subscribe to Joycamp. We need the subscribers on YouTube, because YouTube is a bastard, and we need some help. We need any support we can get. So if you want to connect with me personally, you can find me, Benny Wills. Very easy to find, and that's about it.
Connect on that human level. Get off Twitter, where it's just a cesspool of hate, and come down, connect with like-minded people, and have a laugh. Once again, Benny, thanks for talking to us.
Thanks, Dan. Appreciate it.
We all want truth. The truth will set you free.